Hello folks, I'm just heading out for a ride with Team China. Just kind of packed up quick and left town. We're going to do an unboxing on this trip, trying to get to a high point. Chainsaw Canuck, Kevin. He sent me this box like 2 years ago. There's a story behind it why I didn't get it opened up. But anyways, we'll talk about it later. Okay, so I'm trying to get up into that cut block to do the unboxing. So we're giving her. It's getting late in the day as usual. I'm always running late. The box is falling apart. Here's where I spent the night. That for a view, eh? It's not quite as windy here. We could do the unboxing right here. Decisions. The whole point of me coming out here for this unboxing, and the reason why I waited so long, was because I wanted to do it at a nice spot. I mean, down by the creek could be nice too, you know. Creek's down there somewhere. Down in that little valley there. It is kind of windy up top. Yeah, maybe if we can get into the trees, then I can have a fire, because then it wouldn't be windy down there. Hopefully. I think that's what we'll do. We'll go down into the trees. Then I've got a water source to put out the fire and everything. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Big branch came by and ripped a piece of the cardboard, or I don't know if it ripped it off or what. Big corner. Let's go see. Good spot for an unboxing, eh? That's super cool. The moon's just peeking through there. This camera's probably not good enough to pick it up. No. A lot of work for an unboxing. But that's okay. Shimming up. A little low, but that'd be a good kid's bench. That'd be fine. Keeps you close to the fire, right? Oh man, this is the life. It's pretty dark though. Well, pitch black. Okay, let's get this box going for the 100th time. Boy, that's a good sturdy little bench there. Well, there you go, folks. We're in Indeewoods. Look at us. Here we are. Chainsaws, bench, axes, and rugged forest. Okay, let's get to it. I'm just gonna keep the fire nice and small here. It's fairly dry out and there's not a ton of snow, so we'll keep it small. Okay, we should be ready there, folks. So the story on this unboxing is Kevin, Chainsaw Canuck. Go check his channel out. It's all about chainsaws, just chainsaws, nothing else. But I met him just, you know, through, I think, home light chainsaws or something like that. He was helpful and just reached out, and I can't remember what I was looking at for info. I think it was on an XL1. And so anyways, that was that, and it was just shortly after I met him, not very long. I didn't know this YouTube thing. Like, I was just starting. I was new to YouTube, and he said something about he had some box of stuff for me, and I think one of them was kind of like a hot saw build or something that I think he tried to finish off, or he messed with a little bit and then he never finished it. So I'm pretty sure I remember what model it was or similar, but that's it. And the rest of the stuff in here, I can't remember what he didn't tell me everything, but he told me a couple of things that were going to be here. And one of them is, well, let's see if I can find it here. Where are we here? That steam whistle, Canada's Premium Pilsner. So there we go. Cheers, Kevin. We're gonna have that right now. It's only 2 years old. It was in a fairly cool place. Ooh, that's a good sign. Let's see what it looks like in there first. Oh, it smells like beer. Let's try her out. Oh, it's awesome. 2-year-old beer. That's funny. So yeah, like I think it's 2. I'll have to ask Kevin. It might even be 3 years. Like, just so the story on it is that I always wanted to go to a nice place, and I should have just done it right away. But I can't remember if I had Chevelle or not at the time. I just don't remember. But if I didn't, it was shortly after I lost her. But I'm thinking that she was still around, so that'd be almost 3 years. Anyway, he comes through Hinton and he drops his box off. So we're gonna get out of here. I'm kind of surprised and anxious, I guess is more the word, to see what's in here. I can't see. I'm gonna have to kind of throw my light on, try not to blind you. Man, I'm not a big beer guy. I like whiskey and stuff. Like, I do drink it, but this is awesome stuff. I'll be buying this for sure. Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, put that right there. Don't fall over. Oh man, this is fun. Team China's running awesome. That thing's running pretty good. That thing is running rich, but other than that, good. Just rich on the top end. So, okay, what do we got in here? Okay, so there's that. What's this? Oh, check valve, I think. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Maybe you can see it. Little check valve, Waltz plug. That's for a home light. I think an XL. I need one for one of my saws, a little home light XL, just a little tiny saw. And yeah, well, there we go. Now I have one. Dinky tiny little check valves. Cool, that is awesome. Thanks. It's funny because it's right near Christmas too here. We're not too far away from Christmas, but Christmas came early for Indeewoods. Okay, what else do we got in there? Let me stick that right back there. This box got a bit mangled up. I hit, well, not one, but 2 trees. One, it just about ripped this box right out of the back of the side-by-side. Look, what do we got going on here now? Holy smokes. Let's see, what do we got? That's pretty heavy. That's a saw. What do we got here, folks? That's a huge bag. Looks like a Pioneer. Kevin's a home light guy. He doesn't like the Pioneers like I do. Ooh, what do we got? I think she'll run. Part saw. Is this? Oh, is this a 3071? Cool. 3071 Pioneer. This might be the same cylinder and crank as my 1420 Pioneer that I have. I have a couple videos on it. I'm going to port that saw. You see that, folks? Look at that. Crank in there and stuff. Clutch. Awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. Okay, so we got that. Let's just put that right there. What else do we got here? What's this, folks? Pioneer cover. Looks like it's for a, you see that? That might be for like a P26 and stuff like that, or what are those little tiny saws? 2073s, 1074s, things like that, I think. Okay, cool. So we got that. Oh, there's a recoil spring in there. Right on. I can't remember. He was trying to help me out with stuff. Now this is that saw that I think he started on. This one. Oh, there's something else in there. Hold on, folks. What do we got here? Brand new clutch or something. Clutch shoes, I think. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Right on. Okay, so we got some pieces of a clutch. It says 240. I don't know what that's just a generic number that's on there. Okay, let's not lose that. That right in there. What else do we got? Oh, look at this. Oh man. There she is. Look at that thing. Holy smokes. That's that compression. What is that thing? That's that 20. I think it's missing the bottom handle. Or it's broken off or something. Remember he told me that. Oh, where is this? So this one's a P20. I think I have one of these as well. I just got it like a couple months ago. See that, folks? Awesome. Well, I wonder if she'll fire up. What do we got here? Wouldn't that be something? No, that's not gonna happen today. But anyway, it's got good compression. So there we go, the unboxing finally, 2 or 3 years later. Okay. I don't know what carb that is on there. Looks like a Zama, maybe? Wow, that's quite the intake. She should rip. We're gonna put some time into that saw. You'll see some videos on that. So there we go. What else? Is there anything else? I don't think so. I don't see anything else. Perfect. Okay. Well, that's finally done. That's been bugging me forever. Because I should have just done it right away, but I always wanted to do it in a nice spot, and I was always fighting with Team China. I mean, I'd done so much work to that thing, and then also the other thing was I only had an iPhone 6 Plus that was on its last legs, like a 9-year iPhone, and so that thing was always acting up, and it was right full of pictures, basically like this camera is right now. I'm always fighting, I'm always behind in my videos, but yeah, that's kind of why I just wanted to do it, and I didn't want to do it when there's other people around. Sometimes I go out riding, I'm with friends and stuff like that. So anyway, we finally got that done, so thanks again, Kevin, Chainsaw Canuck. And yeah, I guess from here we just I'll just talk about the channel and the future of it and things like that. But so I opened this channel up years ago just as a I don't even know what the name was. It was just some number on there. It wasn't even a name. And it was just to upload videos, because when you upload to the internet, you just put the link on there and everything, and then it was a link to YouTube, right? Boy, that smoke is right. Oh. You can still see me. So yeah, so that's so the channel was just to upload videos to show people on snowmobile sites or quadding sites. That's what it was for. It was not meant to be a YouTube channel like it is now. You know, now I'm at over 2,700 subscribers, and it goes up. It's going up faster these days. Like I think last 13 days, I went up like 100 and some subs. So So thank you for that. And so basically the how I got into the YouTube thing was I was watching some I was just watching general videos. Wasn't looking at anything to do with chainsaws. I wasn't even into chainsaws. I used to be a Johnson Red dealer years ago. I used to have a shop where I fixed quads and snowmobiles, and I took on a Johnson Red chainsaw line just strictly for a sideline. I had no interest in it. I used chainsaws as a tool. My first chainsaw was a Wild Thing. It got stolen along with the Johnson Red. The other one was a 50-20 or 2050 Johnson Red Jubilee Edition. I remember that. And that was a hell of a saw. That thing cut. My buddy had the same CC and a still. I'll have to think of what model that was, but it was the same. I believe they're both 50cc, and that Johnson Red would just run circles around that still. I don't know if they had it tuned right. I didn't even know how to tune a carb back then, honestly. Like, tuning a diaphragm carb's different than other carbs. Like, they're kind of a league of their own that way. And so I'd always just, put the high jet up until I got that highest sound I could get. I didn't get any four-stroking or nothing like that. How that Wild Thing ever survived, I don't know. All these trails, I only had one saw in the beginning. I bought it in like 2002 or something like that, or 2001, I can't remember. 2375, I think they are. Poland Wild Thing. Poland Wild Thing. Poland. And it just ran flawless all the time, but I always fought to sharpen chains and stuff like that. I didn't even know how to sharpen a chain. I would take it to my buddy Brent. He's in a couple of videos that I have. But anyway, so back to the YouTube thing. So then I still had Chevelle at the time. This is like 3 years ago. Not even, yeah, about 3 now. And so I just started watching some videos, and I come across this Buck and Billy Ray video. And I don't even know why. I watched it for a little bit. He was just kind of talking about stuff. I never watched YouTube hardly. And so I wasn't really into the shows and all that. And he's kind of like talking about his personal life, and he's kind of sending a message out to be kind to people and stuff. It's actually pretty cool what he does. And anyways, so I thought, like, who would want to watch this? Like, I just wasn't into it, I just didn't think it was interesting. And I looked, and he had like 500, no, maybe not 500, maybe like 300,000 subscribers. He had quite a few. Oh no, there goes my lighting, there goes my beer, folks. You've seen it all on camera. Right into the creek. Let's get the lighting going again. And so anyway, so yeah, I just thought, like, I didn't think it was really interesting. But I didn't put any more thought into it. And that was that. And then I'm scrolling around the next night or something, and for whatever reason it comes back, and it's showing me this Buck and Billy Ray videos again. And then I got watching one, and it was actually pretty entertaining. And then I watched another and another and another, and I just loved his videos, right? And so anyways, it just inspired me to kind of get into chainsaws. And the reason why, the big thing, was because he was into these chainsaws. And the reason why, the big thing, old vintage saws. Well, I used to be into old muscle cars. I had an old 1969 Dart Swinger 344 speed. That was the first thing I ever built. I was like 19 when I built it. And I mean, they still talk about that car back home. Like, it was fast. I had a big cam in it, Mopar Performance cam, 284, 44, I think were the specs. I don't even know how I remember that. And a big Y-end or we-end, however you say it, intake with the big 850 CFM Carter thermal quad, which nobody back then really understood. I was a carb geek right from the get-go. And that's what I started on, was those 4-barrel carbs. And I think they had 1 5/8 primaries and 2 1/4 secondaries, and you could tune them for any engine. So it was awesome, right? And anyways, I had that thing just tuned to the max, and it worked really good for what it was. I built it on a real, low budget build, right? And so then when Buck and Billy's videos with his chainsaws, vintage stuff, that was just, it all of a sudden appealed to me. I was like, geez, this is awesome, because like, I've got ADHD, so I lose interest in things really, really fast. And that's the thing with that car. It took me a long time to build it, and I did get it done, but it took me forever. And chainsaws are cool because you can get into them, you can tear them apart, you can put them back together in the same day. For me, it's a game changer, right? So anyways, I started watching more of his videos, and he had all these big muscle saws and big loud mufflers, and I was just, I felt like I was at a dirt bike race. I was so pumped up watching these videos. And so go check out Buck and Billy Ray videos if you want to go check out some chainsaw stuff. But that's how I got into it, and I just started making chainsaw videos in the beginning. So then I went and I thought, you know, I'm gonna keep, because I was getting some subscribers. I was getting, like, when I hit 100, it was just a big deal to me. And then I got to 200, and eventually 300, and I started posting other things other than chainsaws. And then I posted this video called "I Hid a Snowmobile in the Woods 12 Years Ago." That's the title. And I'll have a link for it in the description there. But anyway, there's a part 1 and a part 2. And that video didn't do much for the first 4 or 5 months, and then all of a sudden in something like January, I think it was during COVID or something, it for me, it took right off, and it got, you know, I can't remember, 300,000 views. Like right off the get-go, I got like 200,000 views. And then my subscribers just started, I was looking at my subscribers, and I went from 200 to like 600. Like, what the heck? That's gotta be wrong. And so I started looking through YouTube Studio. That's where all the specs are for your channel. And I could see that video was going nuts. So there was the part 1 and part 2, you know, and like that video, just because I'm not trying to hide anything, you know, like I don't make millions of dollars on YouTube. I make beer money on YouTube right now, anyways. It could be big one day. But that video now has made me almost $400, and all I did was go out, do what I love doing, adventuring with my dog. I legit went and looked for that snowmobile. I won't ruin the story for you if you haven't seen it, but nothing was staged. Like, everything was totally legit. That thing was there for 12 years. Just goes with my procrastination thing I was telling about with ADHD, putting everything off, but anyway, so that was that, and then after that, my channel, I think I got up to like 1,500 subscribers. So it grew really, really fast with those videos. And then now I've had to, you know, obviously work for it. But the problem for my channel is that the algorithm thinks that I'm nothing but chainsaws, like nothing to do with anything else but chainsaws. And I'll be honest with you, like I'm not into it like Kevin is. Kevin's like, he goes to all these chainsaw things and stuff like that. Buck and Billy Ray, all those guys are hardcore chainsaw guys, whereas I like the hot rodding end of it. I like to use my saws. I'm not, you know, that's going to be the first hot saw right there that I've ever played with, and I've only ported one saw, Little Mac. That's the only saw I've ported to date. Pioneer's next on the bench, but yeah. Anyhow, and just make sure this thing's still going. You guys are falling asleep probably. Whatever. It's a long video. Have a beer, folks. Have a whiskey. Have a smoke. Whatever you want to do. Just, we're hanging out in the bush. So yeah. So basically, that the algorithm thinks that my channel's just about chainsaws, and I wanted it to be about everything. I want not everything, but just everything to do with like in the bush, right? Indeewoods. That was the point of that name. That name wasn't even supposed to be an actual like a YouTube name. I may change it. We'll see. Tell me what you think. Should I change it? Is it dumb, or who knows? Maybe you're so used to it now that it seems normal. But Indeewoods, we're going Indeewoods. But yeah, so it was never supposed to be a channel name. It was just something I picked because I had numbers before, right? And so now, where are we now? You know, now I'm actually monetized. That video that I hit a snowmobile in the woods 12 years ago, that's the one where I go looking for this John Deere Spitfire, an old 1982 John Deere Spitfire. And no, it wasn't stolen or anything like that. Like, you should see the comments on it. People are thinking like I actually put a stolen 30-year-old sled that's hardly worth it. That's really worth nothing. But anyway, go watch the video if you want to see it. But yeah, now I'm actually making money off YouTube. It's not lots, but you know, it's beer money, right? And I'd love to be able to do this for a living and you know, do nothing else. But I mean, it's a long road to that. I mean, you need thousands and thousands of subscribers and thousands of views, right? So if I could pump out like every couple of days, like that one video where I went looking for that old snowmobile, then I could for sure live off it, right? But anyway, for now it's just fun. And then I also make money off of affiliate marketing through Amazon. So when I put those links there, like I don't have Patreon and all those things like that. I don't ask for donations or anything for projects, you know. Maybe in the future I might on vintage sleds, maybe one day I will. We'll see. But for now I don't ask for any of that. But they have that super chat or super thanks thing that you can do. And but I think if you have an iPhone, it takes a huge portion of it, so I only get a little bit of it. But right now, like I'm actually making just about as much on, or even more sometimes, on my Amazon affiliate links as I am the actual YouTube channel. And you'll hear a lot of big YouTubers say they make a lot of the money. So if you have a channel, get into doing those affiliate links. It's free. You just have to take some time to set it up. And like, I'm not a computer geek at all, and I got it done. So man, the smoke's just hitting me now. She's a magnet. I still got half left. That's the beauty of a big can like that. You spill it, you still got half left. The fish are gonna be drunk come next spring. Hear that big snap? Stay away, Mr. Grizz. This is a grizzly bear's highway right here. And I do have bear spray. It's in the side-by-side. I should be a little less complacent and have it sitting right there, because you never know, right? You just hope that they stay away. They usually do. But anyhow, so that's where we are right now. We're rambling, but that's okay. Now I have to decide, and like, tell me what you think in the comments. Like, should I just keep this channel just chainsaws and stuff like that, and you know, I did a couple of wood stove reviews, or should I get two channels going? Because the problem is like, if you get somebody they're not into loud noises and chainsaws and things like that, right? They're into like hanging out in the mountains, and that's where I'm in Hinton, Alberta, so we're right along the mountains. I'm just, you know, if I drove 10 minutes that way, I'd hit the Rocky Mountains. That's how close we are. Maybe a little longer, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But we're close. We're in the foothills, right? Leading up to, they're mountains, but they got trees on them. And then you get to the Rockies, and it's all big mountains, right? And that's the thing. Like, somebody comes here and they watch my videos, and say I've got a video where there's no motorized stuff. I'm on maybe a mountain bike, because I do mountain bike and things like that too. You know, and I like fishing and all that, like just non-motorized stuff. If they come and they join my channel for that, and then they see a video and it's chainsaws, some people are just not gonna. They don't want to be a part of it. They're not gonna subscribe to that. So it makes it really tough. Plus, the algorithm can't figure out. I keep trying to put outdoors in my tags when I put the video up, so the algorithm will kind of get to know it, but it doesn't seem to figure out that my channel's only been about chainsaws, wood stoves, you know, outdoor stuff, right? It's not about plumbing and all that stuff. A little bit. There was a couple of truck videos on there, but fixing my trucks up. Everything was pertaining to what I did in the bush. And so I don't know what I should do now. Maybe I should make a non-motorized type channel, because let's face it, like those videos make way more views than what this one does, right? This stuff does. Chainsaws is just, there's a couple of big chainsaw like Buck and Billy Ray or Tin Man. There's another channel I watch, or Iron Horse. Those guys have, you know, bigger YouTube channels. But you look at these guys that are, some of them, they've never even been out in the mountains. They start a YouTube channel, they just go out in the mountains and start hanging out, and they've got like a million subscribers. Well, you get to that point, and you know, you're making a living on it. It's like Steve Wallace, you know, Camping with Steve. I'm sure you know that channel. I was watching him from years ago when he was like, I started watching him because he was living in a motorhome, or I think he's got, his oldest video is about that. And I did that for 4 years. Chevelle and I lived out in the bush for 4 years, an old hideous looking motorhome with a wood stove in it and everything. We were totally off grid. Anyway, so that's how I started watching his channel. And then I noticed he was coming to Hinton lots, and he would just he'd be like this, sitting at a creek somewhere around Hinton within an hour. And I know the area so well, and I'd be like, I know where he's at. You know, and he wouldn't say where he was, but I could just tell the lay of the land and stuff like that, right? I keep hearing something snapping over there. Hey! So anyways, I met Steve, actually. I was in the grocery store, and I met him and took a picture with him, and he gave me a hunker down sticker and stuff. He's a really nice guy, super nice guy. But yeah, so it's like, you know, I'd love to. I was asking him, so you're obviously making a living off this now, and he's like, yeah, I'm doing that full time. So, you know, I'd love to do it, but I just don't think it's gonna happen if I have chainsaws and wood stoves and kayaking and, you know, like fishing and stuff. I want to get into bike packing. I'm all about adventures. That's my thing. I'm not about going out for the day and that's it. Like tonight, I don't know. I might sleep out here tonight. We'll see. I don't have a sleeping bag. I don't have ski pants. I got long johns on, my Carhartt jeans, and you know, it's not a cold night. It's crazy for December to be this warm. I think I probably will just spend the night here because I got a tarp and I can set up a little shelter, make another video out of it, right? So yeah, so just see what you think. Tell me what you think about that. If I should have 2 channels or if I should just have 1. But anyway, I'm gonna have to have something to eat. I've got banana bread, 4 oranges, and a banana. And I think that's it. And I don't really have any water, but I mean, there's a creek right here, and I don't think there's any beavers or anything, but I could just boil it up. I got my beer can now, and I brought 6 other beers. I had no intention of obviously drinking them and going home. That's just for if I was to stay out here. This is just gonna be the one I'll have. And by the time I'm packed up, it'll be 2 hours anyways from now. But how in the heck do I get it back in there? Close enough. Hopefully you have a couple beers and a couple whiskeys, whatever it is you use there. Okay, folks, it's good spending time with you. Over and out.